Top of the morning, Creator. It's day 18. 18 days without the regular outside interference. 18 days of self-reflection. 18 days of daily meditation. 18 days of journaling. 18 days of learning more about you, how you interact in the world, how you think, where you default to emotionally and with your thoughts. 18 days of self-reflection, self-actualization. 18 days of honesty. Honesty with you and you. Because that's what this is all about, isn't it? Being honest with ourselves, seeing how we react in the world, at what level we move about during our day. Is it the highest level? Is it a medium level? Is it sometimes skirting the bottom? A ground ball? Because honestly, Creator, if you're not looking at yourself, and I mean as a daily exercise, and I don't mean with a critical eye or anything like that, but I mean just observing, right? We've been talking about the observer stance a lot. Then A, you can't move forward from this place. You will just be the same in the hamster wheel. And also, any desires that you want, be they material or people in your life or a career or whatever it is, forget about it. Because you can be wanting and wanting and wanting, and if you're wanting from the same place of scarcity, lack, and habitual thought, it's not coming. Newsflash. It's really imperative, and no one tells us this, of course. This is something we have to learn on our own. And isn't that the best stuff anyway? I consider myself an autodidact. That's someone who is self-taught. I went to 2 institutions of higher learning. I didn't graduate from either one of them. But I am a voracious reader. I am an historian of the highest order. I love to learn. I am curious. And I gobble up anything that feels good to me. My library, which is currently in storage in the United States, is more near and dear to me than many people. That's where I feel most at home, where I can just pick a book off the shelf and run my hand over the cover and just feel the essence of that book, what's in there, what it has to offer me. So if we're not looking at ourselves critically, and I mean a kindly critical, if there is such a thing, that's not a complete oxymoron, then our chances of really living a fulfilling life are slim to none. You see, you can go through life sleepwalking. You can be a somnambulist. You can get up and do your routine every day and expect the same thing, not a lot. Or you can turn the mirror on yourself, the window into yourself, your habits, your actions, your thoughts, where they reside mostly, and start doing the work. You want that fabulous new career? You want a fabulous lover in your bed? You want groovy friends? You want to feel good? You want to feel sexy? You want to feel alluring? You want to attract wonderful situations and people into your life? Well, get to work. You know, if you have a cluttered room, there's no space in that room for new, is there? No. So what we're doing here together is we're uncluttering, aren't we? Decluttering our sacred expanse, our mind. We're decluttering so that we can look at ourselves and say, I don't need to do that. I can change up my routine. I can think new thoughts. I can have new opinions. And newsflash, creator, here's my high watermark for myself, or high bar that I set for myself. If my opinions aren't changing constantly, then I'm not doing the work. Seriously. If my opinions are so entrenched that they are inflexible, immutable, then I'm not doing the work. We have to be on a state of awareness and alertness to falling into old habit patterns and judging others from where? From our place of what? Like we got it all going on? Nobody's got it all going on. No one. That's why we're all here, to practice not having it all going on and reach for the place where it's going on. It's a constant. It's a continuum. And if you believe in the teachings of Abraham and what they say about how the universe works, by the very nature of us reaching for more constantly, that is what keeps the boundaryless universe boundaryless, limitless, capacious, commodious, ever expanding, ever moving. That's where we need to be if we're going to ever be satisfied. Sure, we say, hey, I just got that new fill in the blank. I'm satisfied. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a month, a day, whatever. As my father used to say about my mother, well, I got her that new fill in the blank. That should get me about 1 week's worth of good-natured mother. Yes, they ended up divorcing. But you see what I'm saying? Even he knew. It's temporary. And we were never meant to rest on our laurels of, oh, I got that one thing. Let's go. Let's go with that. Let's ride that all the way into the sunset and into my grave. No. I am tasking you. I am urging you to never stop wanting, to never stop reaching, to never stop desiring, to never stop reaching beyond your ken and your knowing. Ever. Because the more you're open and reaching, the more that super duper information can come into you that we've been talking about, that your inner being and your posse of dead geniuses is throwing into that crack that it'll happen, and they'll say, oh, lob that in there. She's open. She's available. She might actually hear us this time. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about, besides ourselves and working on ourselves, because that's where it all starts, doesn't it? If you're not working on yourself, forget it. One of the things that I want to talk about is, in tandem with working on yourself, what is it you want? What is it you really want? Right here, right now. How do you design? How do you capture? How do you attract the essence of that desire? Now, this is a fascinating subject for me, and one that Abraham taught me about, and I'm so appreciative. Because it really gets us to in a non-attachment mind, okay? So you can want something, person, place, thing, whatever it is, but where we get hung up is when we get attached to a singular person, singular place, singular thing. And Abraham's teachings show us that you don't have to do that because it limits you. Can you imagine limiting a limitless being? Doesn't that sound absurd? Well, we do it to ourselves all the time. So by getting attached to one specific thing, person, place, we limit ourselves from the flow. And you can feel how that works now, right? Because you're so in tune now with your emotions and feelings. You can feel how if you glom onto something, you attach to something, you're not allowing anything in. Why? Because you're all grasping and inflexible, immutable. You can snap in half. I have to have that guy, that guy. That guy's the only guy for me. I have to have that house in that neighborhood. That's the only place for me. I have to have that job, that particular specific job. Why do you have to have that job? Because I do. Oh, okay. So do you feel how that's not flowing? It's not, your spigot is not open and flowing. And if we're not open and flowing, yeah, you'll get the mediocre job, the mediocre house, and the mediocre neighborhood, the mediocre lover. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to settle for any of that, because you have to pop your own cork to limitlessness. And the way to do that is by consciously engaging in the essence of what it is you desire. Okay? Because it's not that person, place, thing that you want so much as it is the essence of that person, of that place, of that thing. And what is the essence? Oh, this is so much fun to play with, because an essence is fluid, right? Fluid, mutable, malleable. It flows. Essence is the substance of something, the soul of it, the essential nature of it, the tenor of it, right? It's the feeling of something. So let's use a lover. Designing your lover. And we're going to work on designing that from a place of essence, right? Rather than it has to be that one. Now, I have a good friend. He's Persian. He literally has been through 2 revolutions. He's a polymath, a polyglot. He's just one of my favorite people in the world. And he can't find a girlfriend. He has them for a second, and then they go away. And this man has so much to offer. It's incredible to the right kind of person, right? So why can't he find a decent lover? Why can't he find a lover and keep her for more than 5 minutes? So I had this conversation with him. We'd left dance one night. We go to this ecstatic dance. I'll tell you about that sometime. Maybe I already have. And we came out during a break to just chat. And I said, how's it going? How's the girlfriend thing going? He goes, oh my God, it's not working out at all. Okay, well, I said, let me try something on you, because I'm playing with this new idea of essence, the essence of something. So I want to ask you, David, what do you look for when you are looking for a lover? What are the top, let's say, 5 attributes, or how do you categories? What do you do? Oh, he said, well, that's easy. Here's what I want. I want a woman who has a master's degree. She has to have a master's degree. I want a woman whose ass is smaller than mine, which I loved. I want a woman who is between the ages of 35 and 45. I want a woman who cooks really well, likes to cook. Okay, I said. So, I'm going to ask you a question, David. You say that as one of your best friends, that I have all the attributes of a woman that you would love to be with, somebody that you would love to love, right? Yeah, oh, yes, he said. Absolutely. I love everything about you. It's exactly what I want, but in somebody that, I have, a lovey-dovey thing with. I said, okay, well, all those characteristics that you just described, besides my ass, I don't fall into any of those categories. And he looked perplexed. I said, first of all, I went to 2 institutions of higher learning and graduated from neither. Although I did work at Harvard University. They didn't care about that. Secondly, I don't like to cook anymore. It doesn't work for me. And thirdly, I'm older than 45, which you know. So basically, darling, what you have just done is because you're so hunkered down on these specifics, you've knocked out somebody that you claim is the kind of person that you want in your life. So I ask you, Creator, what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is to let go of the specifics and go deep into the essence of what it is you desire. So let's go there right now. And you are synonym happy people now. So this is going to work beautifully for you. So what kind of qualities, what kind of character, what is the nature of the person that you would like to invite into your life if we were designing our lover? Well, I'm going to tell you what I want. Okay? The essence of what I desire. Oh, and let me also say this. When it comes to the specifics, as in height, weight, looks, all that jazz, universe has got you already. They know what you like. Okay? So you don't have to hunker down on that. 6-pack, dresses well, whatever, handsome, easy on the eye, whatever it is. You don't have to worry about those kinds of things. The universe has that. And you can't really grab onto that like you can a feeling, can you? Right? You can have a nice visual, but we want to get deep into the feeling and get our hands in the clay of the feeling as we design this lover. And that's why we're going for the essence. So, top elements for me for a lover. Hang on to your hat. Numero uno, curious. Curious. Curious about life, curious about himself, curious about the way the world works, curious. Because you know what? If you're curious, you never rest on your laurels. If you're curious, you're always moving forward. And I gotta have lovers who move forward. Okay? I don't do stagnant. Second, magnanimity. Magnanimity. Generous nature. Generous with time. Generous with money. Right? Generous. Charming. I dig charming. I really do love charming. Witty. And in order to be witty, you have to be smart. Smart. Witty. Someone who knows who they are. Thoughtful. Yeah, thoughtful. Compassionate. Compassionate for himself first. And then you can be compassionate for whatever is in your life. Compassion. Showing compassion. The ability to open your heart wide. Communicator. A grand communicator. Because you and I know, Creator, that if you can't communicate with somebody, all bets are off. Communication is the key that makes or breaks any relationship. Lives a life of purpose. Yes. Oh. Is not here going through the motions, but is really living purposefully. purposely driven, congenial, easy to be around, right? Who doesn't want to be with someone who's easy to be around? Accomplished. Oh. Intriguing. I dig a mystery. I dig an air of mystery. I don't want to know everything about you. Not my lover, no. I want him to be mysterious, to hold back, so that I can play in my imagination about him. Quick to forgive. Himself above all things. Quick to forgive. Kind. Kind. Kindness. Such an underrated characteristic. Quick to turn around, meaning if we have a disagreement, quick to come back to what we say in the movie business or whatever it is, back to one. That's when you've done a scene, but you have to do it again. Back to one. That means everybody's got to get to their original positions, right? I want someone who quickly goes back to one. Okay? I think you get it. I mean, I could go on and on. You have no idea. I just love this exercise. And you can do it with anything. Overlay anything. A job, and maybe we'll do this tomorrow. We'll do it for a career. We'll just play with that. And you can also do it in your journaling. You just have to overlay the essence of what it is you desire onto something. And stick with that. And get away from any time it starts feeling rigid, you'll know, oops, I'm hunkering down on a specific that doesn't need to be hunkered down on. Why? Because the universe knows what you want. And by the way, they can deliver it to you in ways that are so far superior to what you can find for yourself. It'll blow your mind. I also want to say that if you already have a lover, husband, girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, that this exercise still can be employed. You can still imagine this lover in all these ways that we have just discussed and more. Heightening the experience with your current lover by you getting so juicy about it. You see? So it works if you already have someone with you or if you're dreaming someone into becoming. Okay? So let's have a meditation, shall we? Put everything aside. Get comfy in your seat. Oh, 3 big inhales and exhales. Inhaling possibilities and exhaling through your mouth. All that does not serve. Tension. Habits of thought. Releasing. So that you can sink deep into your knowing. Relaxing your facial muscles. The skin on your forehead. Your eyes, allowing them to roll deep into your sockets. Your cheeks, your jaw. Your ears hang heavy. Your throat is open. Your tongue is relaxed. Your shoulders released. Your arms hanging heavy from your torso. Your hands resting in your lap. Weighted. Your chest moving with the air, but relaxed, released. Your stomach muscles relaxed, your hips and pelvis heavy, your thighs, your knees, ankles, feet, and toes. Welcome back. Welcome back. How does it feel here as you breathe in and out? 3 in, 5 out. How do you know you're back? How do you know you've come back home? Sink deeper with every breath. Allow the spaciousness, the expansiveness to wash over you. Allow yourself to inhale your limitless nature, your eternal being. Bask here in this universe beneath time and space. Open yourself to your unbounded, eternal nature. Feel yourself as you meld with the essence of you. Using your inner eye, look out on your internal landscape. Look around. Observe. Feel your way deeper in. Push out. Reach farther. It's a vast region just waiting for you to explore. Welcoming any sounds that come through, just allowing them to move through you. Floating in the sea of magnanimity, of relaxation, of sensuality, of calm. Allow it to just take you away, deeper into yourself. Your body melds with the ether. There is no beginning and no end here. No alpha, no omega. It just is. And it's the isness of it, the beingness of it, the commodiousness of this space, of this feeling. Let it wash over you, replenish you, recharge you. Breathe it in deeply. Feel it as it goes down into your veins and your arteries, and it soaks into your blood. Vital life force energy, the chi of the universe. Nothing more magnanimous than that. The flow never ends. It's always available. Now I'm going to leave you here to float and blend and meld quietly, and then I'll return. All right. It's that time to take everything that we can with us up to the surface. All the essence of what you enjoy here, bring that with you. Your cloak of knowing. Perhaps a touchstone to remind you. Take deeper breaths into your body, starting to feel again that delineation between body and space. Starting to feel your body respond to your conscious intention. to rise up and out of your sea of tranquility and peace and into your day. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, perhaps stretching your arms over your head and your legs out. Feeling so good, so relaxed, so open, so allowing, so ready for anything, aren't you? Isn't this amazing? This meditation thing? Who would have thunk it? The gifts never end. You will do this practice for your whole life and never get to the end of it, never understand it fully. Just appreciating it as you go deeper and deeper and deeper and broader, and it's just amazing. Now for your journaling exercise today, design something in your life. Design a lover, a job, a home, from the place of essence. The essence. And really feel it. Take your time. As you write the words, feel the words. You can even say them out loud. Inculcate this into your system. You're at the perfect place right now to do this because you're so juicy with you. All right, I must be off. Amazing things await. I just know it. Await me and await you. I went over our time a little bit today, but I'm sure feeling like it was worth it, and I hope you are too. Until tomorrow then, Creator. Ciao.